Hi, Jess. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Barry. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell people in that camera who you are? But first, a quick message from our sponsor. Finding a good SEO partner that specializes in content marketing can be hard. Since 1999, Internet Marketing Ninjas has built its reputation on SEO and content marketing strategies. Internet Marketing Ninjas is run by Jim Boykin. I've known Jim for close to 20 years now. He's been a very hands-on SEO, he's a very hands-on CEO as well, and he's built a great team at the Internet Marketing Ninjas. From what I hear, their clients are very happy with them too. The Internet Marketing Ninjas could also help you with your core web vitals and page experience update. They're very hands-on with that. They'll make the changes for you, not just provide the audit. So check them out at internetmarketingninjas.com.
I am Jessica Budde. Probably should have prepped for this, what I was going to say. I'm a co-host on the weekly digital marketing news podcast, Marketing O'Clock, and I am a senior digital marketing manager here at Cypress North, our agency.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So I printed out your LinkedIn profile.
That's hilarious to me.
Which I do for everybody I interview. And most people I speak to have not updated their LinkedIn profile. Although in the past 6 months or so, a lot of people have because people are paying a lot for jobs. So
yeah, no,
you might want to update that and leave Greg.
No way.
Never? It's on record.
You'll
never leave him ever.
And he would have to fire me. I'm not going anywhere.
That's on record.
He knows that too. He might be working on a plan. No, I'm not leaving. Mainly because I don't want to have to log into LinkedIn, but also very happy here.
That makes sense. I totally get that. Okay, cool. So you're never leaving Finn because you don't want to log into LinkedIn.
Yes.
Sounds great. All right. But before that, you had a lot of cool jobs. One
Thank
is, I think you were like an on-air personality on TV, on radio shows.
In college, we had a show called The Third Wheel, which was my now husband, our best friend at the time, and myself. And the joke was, my husband and I were dating, right? But the joke was I was the third wheel because they were just like the best, those two. And they had a great time. And my little segment was just furry fun facts. And I would just like spit out animal fun facts between songs.
It kind of reminds me of...
Really stupid.
What's that show with... a bunch of nerds together, and they had like fun with flags or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Sheldon.
The Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a radio show. I'm like, I don't know any radio shows.
So Sheldon had this little thing where it's like fun with flags, and he would bring on flags. And like,
hello. I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and welcome to the premiere episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags.
but furry, fuzzy things sounds interesting.
No, it wasn't.
Can we get a clip of that, or you don't have any?
I could try and look up like the ladies and gentlemen, it's time for furry fun facts, and then there were like barn animal noises. I'll try and find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for furry fun
facts. So then you also, after that, you worked at CVS.
Yes, I worked at CVS for 5 years, and I started just as a cashier, became a shift manager, key holder. It was like the end of my high school career into college. I worked there the whole time. And at your 5-year mark, they give you a catalog as they pick out a gift. So I still have the plate set that I got. It got me through grad school, and I kept the plates. But now I'm a lifer, like shopping wise at CVS. So we go there all the time, and my son, he's 2.5. He's been trained on the way of CVS. And the other day he was playing in the bathroom, and I just hear him, and he's like, I got the coupons. I'm like, what do you mean you have the coupons? He's unrolling the toilet paper, which if you ever shop at CVS, you know that their coupons are like a ream of toilet paper. So I feel like it's just the pharmacy is ingrained in our family.
That's awesome.
It's not awesome for trees, but it's awesome.
I was so excited because the CVS just opened up right next to my house with a drive-thru.
Sweet.
I hate going into places ever. Pre-COVID, after COVID, during, whatever. I just hate going into stores. And I was so excited. And then my insurance company, United Healthcare, stopped working with CVS because CVS was acquired by another insurance company just 6 months or a year ago.
I didn't know that.
I have to look this up.
That's a lot of drama. And also I feel like maybe a conflict of interest.
It is, but they were acquired by, Aetna. Aetna bought them for $69 billion. Did you cash out on that?
No. I haven't seen a cent.
5 years
I spent
at this
5
company,
years, yes.
and you still shop there, and you get all that.
Yep.
You didn't get it. You didn't get the $69 million.
Maybe it was on one of the coupons that I missed and threw out. It was that was my check, but no, it got recycled.
So literally, this place opened up, and I'm like, oh, I got a prescription or two by the drive-thru. I'm like, throw it out the window, give it to me, see you later.
That's awesome.
And then I can't go there anymore
I'm
because
so sad for you.
Aetna bought them.
Where do you go? Do you have to go to Rite Aid
there's-
or Walgreens?
So the Rite Aid by my house, the other one, which was a cramped little space, was annoying to go to, but they closed and all the prescriptions to CVS because there's the next one right next to it.
Right.
And now they're like, no, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Could you talk to management for me?
Yes. Yeah, I still have an in.
Okay, good.
My boss is still there.
Because if you could let my insurance company work there, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Any crazy stories of like irate customers that were, because see, you walk into a line and you always see the person complaining about their prescription not being ready, and the pharmacist is like, well, I'm sorry, your insurance company disapproved it or didn't approve it yet. It's like the most unhappy customers are in CVS or any of these pharmacies, but it's not the CVS's fault, it's the insurance company's fault.
Yeah. No, I was lucky enough not to have to really work in the pharmacy. I worked in the front end of the store, but we did have a customer who would come in on the regular and flip over certain magazines like Cosmopolitan and Men's Health. Like she didn't want scantily clad women, basically, or some of the topics that they had on their covers. So she would just come in and flip the magazines. And I'm like an 18-year-old girl, like, ma'am, you can't do that. People need to see what we have. And it was just very awkward for me. So I would just let her do it. And then I would go back after she left and unflip them. But she came back several times. And it was very weird for me. But
that prepared you for working here with
for
Greg.
Confrontation. Yeah. Yeah, Greg's always flipping the magazines. Sensitivity to topics, I guess, is a good life skill.
So I got on there. So how do you move from like CVS to working in the digital marketing field?
Totally by accident. Well, CVS, it was my job in college, so I kind of always knew I was going to leave, but I do think it definitely prepared me for the customer service aspect of digital marketing, being on the agency side. But I found this job completely by accident. So I did a quick stint. I thought I wanted to work in television. So I was living in New York City for 2 years, had a job at MTV. I was an executive assistant in the talent department. So like scheduling meetings and wrangling Snooki is my claim to fame. And it was fun while it lasted, but that just looking at my bosses at the time, I'm like, I don't want to have your life when I grow up, essentially. So long story short, ended up moving back home here to Buffalo, and I found a job posting on Craigslist, of all places, that had the word assistant in it. It was digital marketing assistant. I was like, I can assist. I've answered phones for years. So came in for an interview here at Cypress North, and the rest is history. But I found this job on Craigslist. Never took a digital marketing class, never took a marketing class in my life. I'm a communications major with a film degree. Like I never did marketing until I started here. So basically the Greg Finn School of Marketing is where I learned.
School of Marketing.
Yeah.
MTV, the Viacom offices were pretty cool. Yeah,
they're sweet in
they
Times
had
Square.
Soda dispensers like on every level. I always wanted to have a soda dispenser in my office, and I was just about to get it right before COVID.
Oh.
COVID hit, and now nobody goes to my office anymore, so there's no point.
Why have one? Yeah.
You
so
have
have you been? No, I said why have one if you're not gonna have guests? Yeah.
But I was really like, I want to. That was like level up. I want a soda dispenser in my office for my employees and for me mostly because it tastes different. Sponsored by Pepsi, to have it in a coming out of a fountain machine versus
it's better out of the fountain.
Is it?
Really? I think so.
Right?
I think so. So you had been to the Viacom offices? Now I'm interviewing you.
I have.
How'd you know about the soda machines?
I've been there a couple. We had some client work for them, some mobile
Sweet.
apps. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Trying to think which apps. We did some stuff for Tosh 2.0 or something.
Oh, cool.
Some of their cool shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Now everything's internal, so. They had we worked with their innovation lab team.
Nice.
To build out, like before they had their own internal teams, that team is devoted to building out latest stuff. So now they're doing, I think, VR and AR stuff.
Probably now.
And also I knew a bunch of SEOs who worked at Viacom over the years.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that was going on in the building. What
was so bad about working there?
It wasn't that it was bad. The schmoozing and the
politics.
Yeah. I didn't feel cut out for it. I don't think I'm aggressive enough to be a TV exec. But again, it was fun while it lasted. But I definitely had like imposter syndrome trying to tell Snooki, like, no, you can't go on a cigarette break. You're shooting a Cheez-Its commercial. Like, who thinks that they're ever going to say that in their life? And I had to say that to somebody that was, famous at the time.
So you joined Cypress North early on when they were a baby company.
We used to fit in one car to go to lunch. Yeah. At one point, there was 5 of us.
Awesome.
Now we're like, I don't even know, 24? I've lost count. It's awesome.
He told me, I think it was 24, 20, something like 25.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great growth. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So so when you started there, how did you start learning? You just like looked over Greg's shoulder pretty much?
Yeah. Sat in on every call that he was on, listened to every word that he said, and just kind of learned by osmosis. He did do formal training as well. Like I remember mornings with a whiteboard and him just trying to explain things to me and all that. But it was a lot of just like learning by watching and learning by doing. He kind of just at one point was like, okay, try this. you
Right.
know? So,
And eventually, just watching him day in and day out, it was just too much. So you started drinking a lot of beer.
yeah.
No?
I correlation, not causation.
Well, so what's with the beer situation?
Love me some beer. So while we were in New York and I was finding myself, my husband was also finding himself, and he fell in love with the craft beer industry. So he, when we moved back home, was working at a hard cidery for a while and loved that. He did marketing, he picked apples, he did everything, but he wanted to speak for more than one brand, right? So he decided one day he was going to open up a craft beer shop. And now that is his full-time gig, my side gig. I help him out there, but it's a craft beer shop and bar. So people can come in and drink or, you know, take beer home. But it is just like a wild world of beer, and it's really awesome. And Cypress North has brought the whole team out to help inaugurate our new space. We just moved, and it's really nice to be able to have a desk job where you are thinking and doing and talking all day, and then moving over to being on your feet and thinking and doing and talking in a different way all day. It's kind of a really nice mix, actually.
That sounds good, because literally I just, from 5 a.m. to like 11 p.m., I just sit and type all day. And it's
a lot.
exhausting in a different way.
Yeah, it
So,
is. People think you're sitting down. No, you're thinking. You're working that brain.
My wife tells me all the time, you just sit all day. Why are you so tired? I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. She is kind of right. I mean, I'm not running around all day, so.
Yeah, that's right. It's mentally exhausting. It's different.
So
Different kind of work.
I was like, I passed a bunch of signs on the way here, which took 6 hours. Thank you very much. I'd be like, I got even try. And there was a sign for Beer World. I was like, oh, that would be great to get. I was like doing some B-roll driving. I should have got that. So on the way back, maybe I'll get the B-roll and incorporate it here.
Yeah, that's not
Even though
us,
it's
though.
competition.
Yeah, I was going to say. But
But
just
you
some
should
beer.
get billboards, or no? I'll stop by your
No,
billboards.
we don't have any billboards.
Could you get one up before I leave this way?
I think we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just paint over somebody else's.
But there's some cool like stuff on, I think, Instagram. I Googled it, and so I saw a bunch of cool photos and stuff.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cypress North did a lot of that shooting. We also have a kegerator upstairs in the Cypress North kitchen, and the beer is supplied by Brewed and Bottled, our beer shop.
Interesting.
So if you want B-roll, I'll pour you a beer.
That's why you won't leave. It's the beer here also.
Yeah. I mean, I get beer everywhere I go. I'm a lucky lady.
You like beer, I assume.
I do. I love it. Do you?
I didn't know.
No.
I mean,
You're a soda guy.
I'm not even. Yeah, I guess more like iced tea. I guess.
Oh, I can get down with iced tea. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very refreshing. Yes.
All right, so let's go into talking about topics that you brought up. So one thing was that, like, obviously there's tactical stuff, there's strategy stuff, and you said you were kind of going through some type of transitionary period of doing both at the same time.
Not even. I mean, yes, but then it quickly ended.